CLA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The activity in front of the Brooklyn Museum, not too... And they'll have some minutes to make up for it with an injury in the roster.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They've just got to make the adjustments.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5. And for the Nets, Harden out there with Irving. And it's Durant. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Harris in at the 3. Just 5 to shoot. Some solid defense from Harris.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Harden can't hit.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
And Holiday kicks to Lopez. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. We got a lot of talent in the front court tonight between these two teams, Doris. That's where a lot of the focus for us will be.
We will have an opportunity to see offense being run through the low post. So the interior defense is going to have to be strong. Will you send an extra defender? Where will that defender come from? There's a lot to play out here tonight, Kevin.
And Middleton with a clear path to the hoop. Here's Holiday. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
You get the sense there is a level of intensity right out of the gates.
Now, here is Irving. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Here's the lob at Kumbo. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And then Durant with the jam.
Well, you cannot let Kevin Durant have that much room to take off. This guy is tremendous as an alley-oop finisher.
And here's Holiday. Passes to Giannis. Kicks to Lopez. Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. And that one drops.
Brook Lopez never stopped working, especially inside where he has been a force.
Outside Durant, there's the triple. Up again, and staying with the play, Irving.
How about the anticipation and the timing there? He is all over it.
And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. Pass to Holiday. He kicks it to Lopez. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Lopez has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Harden the pass to Jordan. Over Lopez. Bank shot. No good. Milwaukee in the lead. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Count that bucket.
An intense competitor. It's clear that Holiday enjoys going hard at the defense and finishing on them.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Brooklyn. On the wing, Harden. 1:52 left to play here in the first. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Holiday. Great look, but off the mark.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink?
Oh, the power on that prudent.
Okay, Kevin Durant scanning the floor, looking for opportunities. Make your teammates feel good. Nice.
And with Kevin Durant recovering from the Achilles injury, glad we get to see one of the all-time greats back in action.
No doubt, Greg. And KD is trying to navigate his way through one of the most difficult injuries a basketball player can face. But we know unequivocally this man will go down as one of the elite scorers in NBA history. That combination of size and shooting is truly something to behold. Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
It's good.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Nets trail by 4. Here is Harden. 40 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's the lob at Kumbo. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. Here's Jordan, and it's Jordan with the jam.
Well, we've seen that a time or two from Mr. DeAndre Jordan. Nice, easy finish with that dunk.
Now here is Holiday. 15 seconds left in the first. The pass to DiVincenzo. 6 on the shot clock. Takes the 3. A rebound by the Nets. Irving for 3. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Bucks lead by 2. And we'll be back with you. We recently caught up with Drew Holiday, who talked about some trying.
Being able to go through adversity and come out stronger.
And Greg, you feel like that pressure never really got to Holiday.
One of the toughest guards in the league, mentally and physically. He's a machine that just keeps on coming, no matter the circumstances.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Nets. Griffin is out there with Green. Then there's Landry Shamet. Then there's Brown. And it's Claxton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Griffin kicks to Shamet. For 3. Offensive rebound, Nets. Second chance shot. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
The Bucks shooting their first free throw of the contest. That's good from Antetokounmpo. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they are forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
And Jeff Green drops them both.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Here's Antetokounmpo, and it's Shamet with the rebound. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. The putback, it's good on the putback. And the Bucks lead by 3.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Pass to Green. He dishes it to Griffin. Takes it from 10. Clock at 4. No good on that one. The Bucks go the other way with it. Pass break, Milwaukee. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Portis can't get it to go. The net shooting not great. 40% for the game. The kick out to Brown. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Feeds to Griffin. And that one drops for him.
And just the sheer power of Griffin, one of the best finishers in the league after contact.
Here is Forbes. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. It's tipped. And a wide open look for Portis. Milwaukee keeping it alive. The new 14. Brooklyn trailing. Here's Shamet. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
Here is Forbes. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Left side, Portis. And Connaughton has it in the corner. It's hauled in by Claxton. The Nets have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Passes it to Shamet. Now here's Griffin, guarded by Tucker. They double-team Griffin. Here's Claxton, defended by Portis. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Forbes, finished off the break. And the Bucks lead by 1.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Shamet, the pass to Brown. Back to Shamet. Pass to Claxton. Rebounded by the Bucks. 30 seconds left in the first half. Antetokounmpo kicks to Forbes. Portis. The rebound by Jeff Green.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Claxton, the pass to Shamet. Left side, Griffin. Shoots over Portis. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a... Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They were never able to get the lead above 4. Thanks for joining.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. The Nets shooting at a decent 44% clip here. And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3. Lobbed up there for KD. Just 5 on the clock. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
Bucks ball.
So it's the Bucks now. It's a 1-point game. Giannis outside. Basket counts. Giannis has got the first points of the second half here for Milwaukee.
And defensively, you hope you've accounted for everything. Then Giannis whips out the floater. Insane.
Irving kicks to KD. The pass to Harden. Light block shot. Caption coming off the assist from KD. Harden's got 6.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Lopez. Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. High post Lopez. Over Jordan. Antetokounmpo. And it's blocked by Jordan.
This is not the guy you want in your zip code when the ball is going up. DeAndre Jordan twice on the pipes.
Here's Giannis. James Harden with the rebound.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
DeAndre Jordan simply a force around the cup. This guy has rare athleticism.
And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. And he makes that one. Jordan's got the lead up to 3 now for Brooklyn.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Middleton outside. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, this team likes to see Lopez working hard on the glass. That's a part of his game he must continue to improve upon.
Pops it up for Jordan. Knocked away. Lopez with the steal. One-on-one here. He lobs it up. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And if you're looking to make a big play with the pass, you've got to love Giannis. He's a big target on those alley-oop lobs.
Harden against Holiday. Now Harden. 6 points for him. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides you with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
And the dunk by Lopez.
And this is all you have to do with Brook Lopez. Exceptional at completing lobs thrown his way. Long arms, easy job.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Pass to Holiday. And here is Lopez. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's Giannis. Makes it off the glass. Giannis has got 8 points.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Harden against Holiday. Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks lead is cut down to 2 as they get the bucket from James Harden.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
Holiday finds Giannis. Holiday against Harden. Shot clock at 5. Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. A rebound by the Nets. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And it's Irving missing. For Milwaukee, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Here's DiVincenzo. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
It's Harden with the drive. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Bucks lead by 4. Live from Brooklyn, New York. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Here's Teague. They've got Griffin. Landry Shamet is out there with Brown. And it's Green. And it's Claxton in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
The Bucks making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, guys. Well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
He can't hit that time.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
And the length of Green is a real issue for the D. His arms just go forever, which often results in a lot of shooting fouls for him.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Bucks. And Jeff Green drops them both. Milwaukee in the lead. Here's Connaughton. Portis with it. Almost, but it rolls out.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Forbes, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Forbes. Shamet with the steal. In transition, here come the Nets. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And the Nets lead by 2.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
The shot's good from Forbes. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. And here is Shamet. Passes it to Griffin. And Griffin slams it in.
And that's the trademark Griffin finish. Get in tight, elevate, and throw it down with authority. Big fella is a beast down low.
Pass to Connaughton. Dishes to Forbes. There's the lob to Portis. It's Brown with the drive. They get it again. They kick it out to Green. Another shot. They shoot again. And it's Brown getting it to go. Brown's got the lead up to 4 now for the Nets.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Forbes. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Forbes has got 4 points this quarter. For Brooklyn, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Now, here's Shamet. The pass to Griffin. Clock at 6. Throws it up high to stop the alley-oop.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. Griffin with the steal. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. For 3, Middleton. That one, no good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Here's Jordan. In the corner, it's Harris. Back to Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
Giannis inside. KD's on him. DiVincenzo finds Antetokounmpo. Back to DiVincenzo. And Holiday has it in the corner. Over Harden. And the Bucks miss again. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. The 3. Here's Jordan. Harris passes to Jordan. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Well, how about the 2008 NBA draft? DeAndre Jordan becomes the 35th pick and becomes an all-star for the first time in 2017. Boy, really an example of what can happen when you put the work in.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
And as long as they can keep doing that kind of work at the foul line, this lead will be safe.
Here's Holiday. Good.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
Now Harden. So it's the Nets picking up the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight. And the starting lineups have concluded. So, welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Payday.
Well, guys, I'm very...
You certainly come a long way, DA. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters from Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. And for the Nets, they've got Harris. Jordan is out there with Durant. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Harden in at the 1. Now here's Harden. It's Durant on the wing. Jordan kicks to Harden. Shoots over Lillard. Harden, that's good. In the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered. At the point guard position in particular, much more scoring expected than in decades past.
I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feels secondary. Yeah, put some students in the classroom because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
And it's in there.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. Sinks the triple. Harden's got 5 points so far.
Bit of a picture-perfect start here to this game. They've connected on all 3 looks.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. And it's blocked by Jordan.
You can't just throw up stuff like that with DeAndre Jordan lurking around.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Nets shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
And both free throws good for Durant.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who are you going to pick to send to the free throw line? And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Sometimes CJ just with movement alone finds himself in the right spot, and this time picks up a couple of garbage points.
Now here's Harden. 5 points in the game. 18 feet out. Offensive rebound.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Floats it up there for Nurkic. Back to Lillard. It's Powell on the wing. Over Harden. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Now here's McCollum. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Brooklyn making some changes. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Bruce Brown in for Joe Harris. And then for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Anthony subbed in for Robert Covington.
Even though McCollum's a little bit thin, he doesn't mind taking the contact and moving away from it before scoring.
Derek Jones, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Fernie Simons comes in for Lillard. The free throws off from McCollum.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball, following the bucket by the Nets. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Irving's got the ball. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Trailblazers trail by 9. McCollum feeling it out a bit. The feed now to Cantor, and the shot goes in.
I know CJ plays the 2-guard position alongside Lillard, but he does have point guard vision, and that's a great find.
Harden outside to the inside. Here's Jordan. Lays it up and banks it in. Jordan's got his second bucket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Cullen passes to Cantor. From 7, again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
With a number of go-to moves and a soft touch, Cantor can crush you inside.
Harden outside. Good on the bucket. Harden's got 11.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
McCollum against Irving. And the basket by McCollum.
Well, he knows how to get the shot off at any time on that pick and roll. Natural instincts taking over, and the experience helping McCollum as well.
Harden gets the bucket.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out, give him some space, let him get to work.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Simons surveying the D. Inside. Cantor dishes to Jones. Pass to Simons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Shamet with it from deep three-point range. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
Good defensive effort from Lillard there. He has the athleticism.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working.
I know that when the main guy...
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Norman Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Anthony in at the 4. And they pick up 2.
Well, Kanter always thought of as a scorer first. That time an excellent job spotting his teammate and getting the ball to him.
Lillard against Irving. A 3 ball. Let's keep it alive. That shot misses. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Landry Shamet's checked in for the Nets. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Robert Covington comes in for Derek Jones. Lillard outside. Shoots a fader. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
Well, sometimes you got to take a picture and understand what the defense is giving up, and Lillard took advantage there.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Shamet, the pass to Brown. Oh, Griffin in position. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Yeah, offensive rebounds are about effort, and Blake Griffin showing it there.
Here's Lillard. From deep. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Nurkic trying to get open. It's blocked. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. The shot by Powell, no good. Brooklyn leading by 5. Green with the ball. Now Anthony defending. Nurkic, the pass to Powell. Griffin against McCollum. Outside Covington. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Covington with the steal. McCollum left side. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Kevin Durant comes in for Blake Griffin. Joe Harris is checked in for Bruce Brown. And it's James Harden in for Landry Shamet. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And, guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
But when you see KD run the court with the speed of a guard, hard to keep up with him once he gets out in the open floor.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. Now, here is Harden. He's got 13. Outside, KD. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Kyrie Irving comes in for Jeff Green. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. McCollum's checked in for Portland. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock.
Consistent and accurate from that particular spot on the floor. The offense kind of predicts those shots. Lillard's got a good eye for the mid-range.
Moving against McCollum. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
The Nets shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
Shifty with his speed, incredible ball handling. So hard to guard Kyrie, but so thrilling to sit here and watch it all up close.
Lillard fires away from way outside. And so it's Brooklyn. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. James Harden was the man in the first. He had 13 points, 2 rebounds, and that...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Jordan is out there with Durant. Then it's Joe Harris. Then it's Harden. And it's Irving at the 2-guard spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Harden against Lillard. And the jam by Harden.
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
And a deep three from Lillard. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Lillard's got 11 points. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. It's a three-point game.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Lillard, the pass to Cantor. Lillard up top, guarded by Harden. Lillard dishes to Jones. 5 on the clock. The three. Cantor trying to free himself up. Lillard misses. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Blake Griffin comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Brown in for Harris. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Simons is checked in.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
And it's McCollum off the drive. 2 free throws. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And here is Shamet. No points in the game yet for him. Outside, KD. Shamet finds KD. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Here's McCollum. From deep three-point range, the rebound by the Nets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Durant. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists in the game. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Simons, the pass to Cantor. Jones looking for an opening.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Griffin's checked in for Kevin Durant. Outside, Green. Brown outside. Back to Green. Shot clock at 6. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And the advantage they have starting to increase. Things are coming together for them at a really opportune time.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
And so they foul intentionally. And Portland making a change here. Anthony's checked in. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Shamet, the pass to Claxton. The kick out to Brown. pass to Shamet. 6 to shoot. Yes, that goes in. Shamet's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nets.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Anthony taking his time here. Down low, Cantor. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
The defender gets a little over aggressive, which is understandable. Cantor is a big active guy to try and guard.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And then for the Trailblazers, Powell, he's jacked in for Jones, and Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Irving finds Harden. It's stolen by Anthony. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Now, you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
The wide open look for Durant. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Pass to Lillard. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. He gets it in there. Harris has got his first points in this one.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And a deep three from Lillard. From deep. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in control with the 9-point lead to end the... And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, we've got Yusuf Nurkic, Damian Lillard out there with Powell. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Anthony in at the small forward. Takes the 13-footer, rebound by the Trailblazers. And now Portland on the break. Anthony leading the charge. Oh, Covington in position. Stolen by Harden. They're running, and he commits the intentional foul. McCollum's checked in for Anthony. And Harden with the stop.
And Harden never seen a shot he didn't like, and boy, is he comfortable gunning it from there.
To the paint, here's Powell. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Harden finds Jordan. Here's KD. Five to shoot. Goes back up, and Covington sends it back. Lillard outside. He gets that one.
Just so good at rising, firing, and dismantling defenses.
Harden outside. Right side, Jordan.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
And they go to the intentional foul. And Brooklyn making a change here. Green's checked in. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Portland. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's foul number 2 for him. And a deep three from Lillard. They get it back. And staying with the play, Anthony.
And they get the rebound, but guys, that's been the issue throughout the game.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Here's Harden, and the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Superb at finishing through contact. Harden is just so elusive and creative on those strong drives.
Durant's checked in for the Nets. Trailblazers trail by 8. Now Lillard. And the layup's good off the glass. Lillard's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, compact and strong. Lillard using his frame and still finishes.
Harden against Lillard. Harden with it. Lobs it up for Jordan. Out to Harris. Back to Harden. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harden's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
And honestly, that was a great effort defensively, but Harden just with that unique ability to get his shot off under any circumstances.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one's on Anthony.
Clearly a foul.
And he makes the first.
And really on top of all else Harden does for you at this end, he's a tremendous free throw shooter, around 85% for his career. Clutch.
Harden against Lillard. Here's Nurkic, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
Outside Irving. Just 5 on the clock. Durant, he's open. And the rebound by Nurkic.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
McCollum passes to Nurkic. Back to McCollum over Irving. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Fires the 3 and stolen by Jordan. Irving attacking, lays it up off the glass. And the Nets lead by 10.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Nets.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for James Harden.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
That shot, no good. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So both teams changing it up here. Powell against Green. Got a hand on it. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Oh, Griffin in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Shamet the pass to Green. He kicks to Brown. Here's Claxton. Back to Brown. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. The activity in front of the Brooklyn Museum, not too far from our setting today here at the Barclays Center. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. We've got Marcus Morris. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Oturu in at the 4. And for the Nets, we've got Harden. Durant is out there with Jordan. Then there's Harris. And it's Irving in at the 2-guard spot.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Leonard the pass to Oturu. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. Greg, in terms of personnel, not exactly the matchups we were expecting to see tonight.
You know, get with all the injuries and some guys now having to step into unfamiliar roles. In some ways, that makes tonight all the more intriguing to see which guys are going to step up and deliver.
Outside, KD. And then Durant with the jam.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
And the wide open shot from Morris. Good on the 3-point shot.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. It's a 3-point game. On the wing, Irving. Lots of room. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And so just over a minute and a half played. And Beverly kicks to Zubac. Here's KD. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break.
You know, with Harris, if you're open, he's going to make sure he finds you.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Here's Beverly, and the rejection by Harden. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. For 3, Harris. Morris with the rebound. Leonard against Harris. Zubac trying to break loose. Out to Morris. Zubac the pass to Leonard. A second chance effort. Clock at 6. And he nails the jumper.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Pops it up for Jordan. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Morris against Harris. Morris inside. And he banks in the layup. Morris has got 5 points so far.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
Leonard against Irving. To the middle. Here's Jordan. And no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. 1:35 left to play in the first quarter. Now here's Beverly. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Harris with it. Guarded now by Morris. And KD throws it down.
Just way too much length at the rim to contest. Durant is in a league of his own offensively.
Beverly the pass to Leonard. Good work defensively by KD.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And you know what, guys? You got to love his fearlessness there. I mean, Harris doing a nice job taking on the defense and finishing.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Griffin's check in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Brown in for James Harden. Rondo against Irving. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. Some changes for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Joe Harris. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Irving. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Paul George, he's checked in for Luke Kennard.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Leonard finds Cousins. Batum wide open. He fires on the money from 12 feet away.
The timing by Batum. Really good at recognizing when to fire off the catch.
Now, here's Shamet. He's covered closely. And again, no good by Brooklyn. From deep, George. Rebound by Jeff Green. Brown outside. Back to Green. Claxton the pass to Green. Up again, and Griffin stays with it. Tie game in Brooklyn. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Brown. He's out there with Harden. Green is out there with Griffin. And it's Claxton in at the 4 spot. A shot by Batum, no good. And Brooklyn has possession. And Harden with the stop.
And I think one of the things understated about Harden, he's a great athlete. I mean, he can rise and bounce. He's strong. He's quick. He can easily punch it on you when he gets to the rim.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Green deciding where to go with it. Griffin finds Green. Now, here's Shamet. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Jackson against Brown. Floats it up for Cousins.
Well, I tell you what, looks to me like the defense kind of slept on the fact that Cousins is deceptively quick.
Now, here's Shamet. He's covered by Rondo. Green kicks to Shamet. "16 feet away." Again, the Nets for 2.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Rondo passes to Mann. Back to Rondo. Shamet with the steal. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Shamet missing. Clippers trail by 4. Here's Rondo. And contact on the shot, so he'll be... And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving. and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this team.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got two terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
And so Cousins will bring it up for the Clippers. Man, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And we saw it last year, guys, because those numbers were so low. Teams weren't afraid to put him on the line where points were hard to come by for him.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Kevin Durant comes in for Blake Griffin. Harris is checked in for Jeff Green. And Irving subbed in for Landry Shannon. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. The game now all time.
Like how Beverly takes on challenges. This guy's a pit bull in his competitiveness. Aggressive at shooting over the defense, even when they're all in him.
James Harden, he's checked in for Brown. Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. The Nets have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Harden against Beverly. Lobs it up for Jordan. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
And Beverly kicks to Zubats. Pass to George. Fires, high post. The rebound by the Nets.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Would have been impossible for KD to miss his teammate there. He was wide open.
Clippers trail by 3. And here's Beverly. And the pass to Oturu. Sweet move. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
And that'll do it.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hi, folks. Hey, let's get this party started. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground. The score tied. And
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Nice game. Great performance by Marcus Morris.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
So for the Clippers right now, Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Leonard in at the 3. Beverly against Harden. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, you got to admire the precise passing of Harden. All he needs is a little crack to thread the needle.
The three from George. That shot off the mark. The Nets with the lead. Lobs it up for Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Well, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Nice step back to get it off. Leonard's got 6 points.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
Harden left side. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Jordan can't get it to go.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Here's Harden. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. KD's got 3 assists in the game. Beverly with the ball. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. That shot off. Good work defensively by Harden. Brooklyn leading by 3. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Nets. Green comes in for Harris. And then for Los Angeles, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Luke Kennard comes in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. It's stolen by Green. Passes it to Irving. Oh, Griffin in position.
Irving showing you he's a frame ahead of his opponent with that nice imagination on offense.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Jackson passes to Morris. It's stolen by Green. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Irving leading the charge. Clippers trail by 7. Now Kennard. Good D by Harden. And here again, the Nets in transition. Up the court they go. Green kicks to KD. Fires from 14. And that one is off. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, sir.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not a leap tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to 6, and the bucket from Jackson. Jackson's got 4 points in the quarter. Here is Harden. 6 points for him. Pass to Irving. Fires for 3. Doesn't go for him. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Here's Zubac. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And now just a 4-point Nets lead.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Harden finds Griffin. 3-pointer. Harden, no good. And an intentional foul right there. Brooklyn making some changes. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Durant. Brown comes in for Irving. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. George dishes to Jackson. Pass to Cousins. On the wing, George. Good if it goes. And he drains the three, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
Yeah, it's hard to tell on that one, and so a good time to go to the replay and just to make sure if he got it off on time.
Yeah, and the officials on the floor will make the final determination after reviewing the footage from the NBA's replay center. And we can follow along. We see what they're seeing.
And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Landry Shamet is out there with Brown. Then there's Griffin. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Claxton in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
And at about 230 pounds, Leonard is a well-built specimen. Can absorb defenders like it's nothing.
And the Nets making a change here. Green's checked in.
You know, there are differing opinions as to who the best defensive player in the league is, but no matter what, Kawhi is always in the discussion.
Now, here's Shamet. From the arc. And that one's good. Green's got himself on the board with 3 there.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Leonard attacking. Back to Rondo. And there's the pass to Oturu. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
So for the Nets, Joe Harris comes in for Jeff Green. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Landry Shamet. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Rajon Rondo. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go. Guys?
Los Angeles making a switch here. Morris is checked in. Irving passes to Brown. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Kevin Durant comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's James Harden in for Brown. And it's tied up with that one.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Jordan outside. Tries again. Jordan can't get it to go.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity gone awry.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And Cousins kicks to Beverly. Cousins, the pass to George. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
Right there, I think you got to try and run George off his spot. I mean, he's a lights-out long-distance shooter and has great confidence.
Harden against Beverly. And the rejection by Cousins. And he gets it back. Harden finds Jordan. That one, no good. Clippers leading by 3. Leonard, the pass to Cousins. There's the dish to Beverly. Outside Leonard. On the wing, George. Shot clock at 6. Floats it up for Cousins. And oh, here comes Durant all alone. And KD throws it down.
No stage too big for KD. If you need a basket, he's your man.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And George, here we go. It's not going to go for him. And Brooklyn will come the other way. And then Durant with the jam.
That's platinum level dime dropping right there by Harden. Such a smart passer. Gets us to his teammates on time and on target.
A minute 42 left in the fourth. A step back shot here. And it's Leonard missing. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. And the jam by Harden.
How good is that? Harden commanding the ball in these moments. Loves stepping up at crucial times.
Leonard finds George. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. And George with the stuff.
And George just has an uncanny knack for providing these kinds of baskets. And he makes it look so easy.
And here's Harden. Outside Irving. Lobs it up for Jordan. A shot missing.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect. Boy, it's a scary sight when Kawhi Leonard starts lighting it up like this.
Harris outside. Back to Irving. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And George kicks to Leonard. For the 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Brooklyn. They trail by 1. Harden with it. Down low, Jordan. Missed. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's That's a look at our setting tonight. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Jordan is out there with Durant. Then it's Joe Harris. Then there's Irving. And it's Harden in at the point. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. 6 to shoot. Holiday attacking. And it's James Harden with the rebound.
I mean, he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Here is Harden. And Doris, tonight, 2 experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game. So let's see how this plays out.
Now here's Giannis. There's the pass to DiVincenzo. Had the space there, but it's offline. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Count it. Irving's got the first points up on the board here for Brooklyn.
Boy, what wonderful vision. Kevin Durant with a picture-perfect pass. Woo-hoo.
Middleton looking it over. Lopez left side. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Here's Irving, following the basket by Brook Lopez. Here's Jordan, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, DeAndre Jordan's a problem because if he gets that close, you know the defense has to commit to him.
Second free throw, no good. For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Middleton finds Antetokounmpo. The shot, no good. The Nets go the other way with it. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Well, we've seen this 1 or 2 times, have we not? DeAndre Jordan, finishing end of the alley-oop. Nice.
Antetokounmpo passes to DiVincenzo. Outside Holiday. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Out to KD. Over Giannis. Jordan, great positioning on the putback.
It is not easy trying to keep DeAndre Jordan off the boards. His combination of length and determination, so impressive.
Now here's Giannis. The kick out to Lopez. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Giannis. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Nets. And he gets the bucket. Jordan's got 6 points.
Well, you're allowing DeAndre Jordan to get comfortable. This guy is so efficient as a scorer.
Antetokounmpo passes to Holiday. The kick out to Lopez. Over Harris. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Lopez has mastered the art of the pump fake. He gets the defense lifted. Terrific patience.
A different look for Milwaukee. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. The Nets also changing it up. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Brown in for James Harden. Now here's Griffin. Pass to Green. On the wing, Irving. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
You have to respect the in-between game of Kyrie Irving. Straight up. Yeah, that's how you have to play this guy. You've got to play him straight up and be balanced.
Here's Connaughton. Passes to Lopez. Kicks it to Tucker. Bucks passing it around. Pulls from the top of the key. Middleton can't get it to go.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Jumps up, and it's blocked by Brown. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break. Fires from deep. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. Bucks trail by 4. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here is Forbes. He's covered by Irving. Inside, Griffin with the steal. Irving drives in. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. 6 points for Kyrie Irving.
They're just so smooth. Kyrie Irving identifying the opening and then letting it rip.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with their lead standing at... And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Connaughton in at the 2-guard spot. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching. And I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s. But I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
Bucks trail by 11. Here is Forbes. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Here is Forbes, defended by Griffin. The shot's good from Forbes.
Well, what a job, punching the ball to the interior and finishing in the paint. Nice.
Shamet with it. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
And it's Connaughton missing. Nets leading by 9. The drive by Green. Now, here's Shamet. He's guarded closely. The putback, it's good on the putback.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Forbes, the pass to Portis. Reverses, he takes it up and lays it in. Portis has got his first points of the game.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Now, here's Shamet. Griffin dishes to Green. Step back shot. Milwaukee with the rebound. And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. Over in the corner, Portis. Off target from outside. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Bucks with some changes. Giannis, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Drew Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. The Nets also changing it up. Jordan, he's checked in for Griffin. Kevin Durant comes in for Jeff Green. And James Harden subbed in for Landry Shamet. Connaughton kicks to Antetokounmpo. And he uses the glass on the layup.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Now here's Harden. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Brown outside. Pass to Claxton. Shoots over Portis. Claxton with the bucket.
That's a terrific set that they just ran.
Portis, the pass to Holiday. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
There's the steal. Fast break, Milwaukee. Holiday with the ball. Here's Giannis. It's good, the assist that time from Holiday.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And here's Harden. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. He kicks to KD. From deep three-point range, offensive rebound. Jordan. KD on the wing. Harden the pass to Claxton. And that one is stuffed right through.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
Now here's DiVincenzo. He's still scoreless so far in this one. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Back to Portis, 11 feet away. Pick off in midair. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. Durant with a wide open look. Hits the target from 18 feet. And now it's an 11-point Nets lead.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They lead by 11. And over to Shaq. What do you think? And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Harden. Jordan is out there with Durant. Then there's Harris. And it's Irving at the 2. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile one block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Lopez outside. Deflects the pass. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Just 5 to shoot. Middleton finds Holiday. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
But what a wizard Kyrie is in the open floor. Utilizes his speed to help create open shots in transition. That's beautiful.
Fires top of the key. Gets hauled in by Harris.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Now the pass to Harden. Here's Jordan. Over Middleton. Kicks it out to Harden. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's foul number 2 for him. Bucks trail by 13. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by Harden. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
Good timing. They're really struggling offensively.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. Brooklyn leading by 13. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. They kick it out to Green. Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many of the guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who was my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Bucks. Bryn Forbes comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Taken away by Holiday. Here's Forbes. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
And the best part of that sequence wasn't Holiday's steal, but his quick decision to push the ball and start the break. That's when the D's most vulnerable, and he took advantage.
Now, here's Shamet, guarded by Holiday. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Middleton outside. Shoots over Shamet. Middleton can't get it to go.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboards.
The drive by Green. Holiday with the block. There's the lob to the hoop.
And it really helps their team so much with Middleton's passing with effectiveness. And it helps him out as a scorer. He's that much harder to defend.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
Both teams deciding to change it up. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Harden kicks to Irving. Harden right side. Outside Jordan. Back to Harden. The 8-footer. Second shot opportunity. And Jordan gets it to go. Jordan's got 8.
Well, that's interesting. Out in space, the defender challenging DeAndre Jordan's shot. Makes some contact, but it doesn't bother him.
Here is Forbes, guarded by Harden. There's 57 seconds left in the third. Here's Irving. He doesn't hit that one. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Portis drives in, and Jordan sends it back.
This is not the guy you want in your zip code when the ball is going up. DeAndre Jordan twice on the pipes.
Now Irving, 8 points for him. To the inside, and then Durant with the dunk.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
KD against Antetokounmpo. Comes up empty down low.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Harden the pass to KD. He gets it up. Oh, big time play.
And he nailed it.
That's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We've got more in store for you right after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Then it's Holiday. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Connaughton in at the shooting guard. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Here's Harden. Rebound by Drew Holiday. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Milwaukee. 6-point game. Portis can't get it to go. Portis has gone 2 of 5 from the floor. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Boy, Kevin Durant, an absolute nightmare in transition. Combined size, speed, great scoring ability. Look out.
Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. And he drops it in from the low post.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Harden outside. Pass to Irving. Jordan up top. Out to Harris. Stolen by Middleton. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. And he's going to get whistled for that foul. Gee, that was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Pat Connaughton. And the Nets also making a change. Jeff Green is checked in for Kevin Durant. Harden kicks to Irving. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That is his first foul of the game. Kevin Durant's checked in for Green. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Irving looking over the floor. Outside for KD. Clock is at 3. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Bucks trail by 6. Giannis outside. Lopez passes to Antetokounmpo, and there's the call on Durant. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Nets making a switch here. Claxton's checked in. Middleton dishes to Lopez. Middleton the pass to Lopez. It's stolen by Harris. Harden with it. Timeout called the Nets.
You know, my guess right now is Coach wants to talk over this turnover issue. And it seems like they've been trying to force things a bit and need to find a steady rhythm offensively.
Griffin's checked in for Brooklyn. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
And with their offense sputtering, coaches got to get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. Harden against Holiday. Harden outside. Passes it to Durant. Clock at 6. That one off the back iron and out.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Middleton on the wing, guarded by KD. Middleton finds Holiday.
Well, the reach of Kevin Durant is a big part of what allows him to be a defender at the highest level.
Irving, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Claxton the pass to Durant. 1:43 left in the fourth quarter. Nobody near Irving. That's in, coming off the assist from KD. Durant's got 3 assists now in this one. And Holiday kicks to Giannis. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Yeah, I mean, the ball handling and body control for a guy that's Giannis's height, it's really impressive.
Now, here is Harden. Pass to Claxton. Durant feeling it out a bit. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. They've only given up 5 points here in the 4th quarter.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
50 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Harden outside. Right side, Kevin Durant. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
In the long strides of Antetokounmpo, once he gets downhill, there's almost no stopping.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Harden against Holiday. Outside Durant, on deep. Kevin Durant can't get that one to fall.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day.
5 seconds left in the game. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. Coming right up, welcome everyone. Thanks for DH.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn.
Here we go.
We've got Harden. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Irving at 2 guard. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Jones in at the small forward. McCollum outside. Here's Lillard. Nice open look, but it's no good.
Oh, the defense with no impact at all. Just didn't have the feel for his jump shot.
It's stolen by Jones. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Jones is running. Floats it up there for Nurkic. And Durant sends it back.
But Durant has arms that just keep on going and going and going. You aren't going to be able to just get a shot by him.
And now here comes Jones leading the break. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Brooklyn with the ball. Durant wide open. He fires. No good with the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Nurkic.
And sometimes McCollum is automatic from there. You can't give him the shot if you're the D.
Harden outside, and Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Here's Irving, and Covington sends it back. Lillard fires away from way outside. They get the rebound.
They're struggling here early. 1 for 5 now. The D has them bottled up so far.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
Not how you want to start the game. 4 straight misses. I'd like to see some better ball movement from them.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Now here's McCollum, and stolen by Jordan.
Love when guys are alert and aware on D. Great job to prevent the entry pass.
That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
That was a long time coming. Took them 5 attempts to get their first bucket.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back 3, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a 2-move torture chamber.
Now here's Durant. After the miss from Damian Lillard.
I love seeing that kind of unselfishness. Irving has proven to be a sensational teammate.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Lillard attacking. Dishes it to Nurkic. And a wide open look for McCollum. Portland no good that time either. And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention 4-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
Here's McCollum following the basket by DeAndre Jordan. And that one is good.
You got to respect the intelligence of McCollum, a pro at utilizing the pick and roll. You can't let him get into a comfort zone.
Lillard against Harden. Lobs it up for Jordan, and it's Jordan with the jam.
And how about the vertical of Jordan, easily rising up for the timely alley-oop slam.
Lillard from deep three-point land. The rebound by the Nets.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. That 3 off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 3. McCollum outside. Pass to Covington. McCollum deciding where to go with it. 6 on the shot clock. Nurkic finds Covington. Over Durant. Covington's shot is off. Brooklyn leading by 3. And he commits the intentional foul. So Portland ends up going with the new group. The Nets also changing it up. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Harris. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. Now here's Irving. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Oh, Griffin in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
A big man with major ups. I mean, Griffin wants to use his athleticism as much as possible.
Here's Simons, covered by Irving. Simons, the pass to Cantor. To the wing on the left. From deep, a nice shot by Simons.
This is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
Here's Irving. Brown outside. Pass to Griffin. Durant with it from deep three-point range. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Durant's got 7 points.
Lethal three-point shooter Durant is especially dangerous when he's looking to get revenge.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Nets lead by 5. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg,
I don't fear nobody. And, you know.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
Norman Powell is out there with Anthony. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the point guard. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
So unpredictable in the pick and roll. Love watching McCollum size up the defense and make the right decision. Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
To the paint, stolen by Kanter.
And thought that pass was going to get through, but no. All of a sudden, he was going the other way with the basketball. The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there. Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think this good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Poor rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
McCollum, no good.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
They've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and then that helps account for their lead.
McCollum against Brown. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one, and Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for it.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving. and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Respect the leaping ability of Lillard, or you'll get dunked on.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by Claxton.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put...
Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That's how you go home. That's how you get your boys on the bench going crazy. What an incredible dunk by Durant, who never ceases to amaze.
Covington into the lane.
Oh, really challenging the defense inside with the pass. That's just good ball movement.
Lillard against Harden. Covington with the steal. One-on-one fast break. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Adept at using his length on defense. That's Covington. I mean, the moment you're careless around him, he strikes.
Harden against Lillard, and it's good. 2 points. Harden's got his first 2 points.
This offense just continues to impress.
To the middle. Stolen away. In transition, here come the Nets. And good that time. And now it's a 10-point Brooklyn lead.
They couldn't have asked for much more from him today. He's been a key force in their offense.
59 seconds left now here in the second. Now here's Lillard. But they'll get another chance. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Powell against Irving. Powell, that's good.
He creates so much offense. I mean, Lillard puts intense pressure on the defense to react.
34 seconds left in the first half. And the pass to Durant. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And this is why Durant is a top talent. His ability to score even while getting fouled. An impressive athlete.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. McCollum's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. McCollum dishes to Cantor. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Cantor's got 4 points this quarter.
Strong finish by Cantor. The contact doesn't seem to affect his mechanics at all.
Harden outside. Durant for 3. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter under.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 14 points, 2. And that does it for our half.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Harris. Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Durant. And it's Jordan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Rising off the ground with such intensity. I mean, when Nurkic is this close, he wants to slam it down.
Harden Surveying the D. He dishes it to Irving. From downtown, Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And the dunk by Covington.
Oh, the quick feet of Covington. He excels at getting out there on the break and finding ways to capitalize.
Lillard against Harden. Chalk up 2 there. Harden's got his 2nd basket.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, it's the attack mindset. I mean, that helped him prevail right there. Sometimes you just got to go with your gut.
Outside, Covington. Jordan with the rebound. Brooklyn leading by 9, and he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Cantor checked in for Robert Covington, and Anthony subbed in for Jones. And then for Brooklyn, Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant, and it's Brown in for Harris. The shot's good. Lillard's got 6.
And Lillard times these floaters perfectly. He rises up with these, letting the ball roll off his fingertips.
Harden the pass to Griffin. Outside Irving. Here's the 3. Harden against Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Green.
I mean, Harden never panics when the shot clock is low. Just so adept at taking his time in whatever situation he finds himself in.
McCollum kicks to Cantor. Back to McCollum. Feeds it to Nurkic. And the layup falls. Nurkic has got 4 this quarter.
Great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. A good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
1:56 left in the 3rd quarter. Lillard against Harden. Nurkic with the steal. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Anthony trying to get open. Count that one, and the Nets lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Damian Lillard.
Such a smart play. Lillard willing to take the jumper from the mid-range.
Harden against Lillard. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Damian Lillard.
Yeah, the defender all over.
The Nets have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
Look, he's always a league leader in free throw attempts. I mean, Harden, he's so shifty, so strong, and he can beat you from any spot on the floor.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Giles checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Norman Powell comes in for McCollum, and it's Simons in for Lillard. Knocks it loose. Griffin with the steal. And here we go. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. The Nets have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago. And Blake Griffin, the combination of power and agility, that guy is a handful inside.
Yeah, Jay, he can finish with either hand. He favors that right block, and he's got an array of moves down there to keep you guessing.
And the Nets making a change here. Shamit's checked in. 51 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game, and they'll keep possession.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Brown the pass to Claxton. They kick it out to Green. Passes it to Shamit. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, Griffin in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Simons the pass to Cantor. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
One of my favorite trash talkers in the NBA, Cantor, never really shies away from taking jabs at opponents. And I think his teammates like that.
Shamet kicks to Griffin. Count it. Good. Griffin's got 10 points.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Simons, the pass to Giles. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Up in time. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Nets lead by 13. From Portland. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film section.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, they've got Enes Kanter. Derek Jones is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point. Yep, that one goes in there.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Lillard way outside. Kept alive.
Now, when you see the hard-working mentality of Nurkic, I mean, love how assertive he is on the offensive boards.
And here is Irving. And Harris wide open. He shoots. And his first shot of the game, no good. Nice break. Here come the Trailblazers. Covington with the ball. Jones looking for an opening. Lillard attacking. And the shot goes in.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Covington against Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Oh, and Harden is so quick to the cup, just exposing the weak defense with his speed.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Here's Lillard. Drops in the layup for two.
He's made the most of the halftime break. He shook off the problems he had in the first half, and he started to settle in.
It's Harden with the drive.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Free throw drops for Harden. And both free throws good for James Harden.
Oh, he's never rattled at the strike. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
The three from McCollum drains it from beyond the arc.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
Harden with it. High post, KD. Lobs it up for Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Now look, an assist like that gives Durant more hyped than any other play he makes. He loves creating an easy bucket for a teammate.
Here's Lillard, too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And the technical free throw is good. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Covington's shot is off.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the layup.
And the shot goes down. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
Out in the open court, Irving's just too quick, too shifty to contain.
Lillard against Harden. Lillard attacking. And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
Who knows what this score would look like if he wasn't on his game tonight.
Jordan high post. Outside Irving. Off target from three-point range.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And the basket by McCollum.
A player of McCollum's size anticipates contact on the drive, which sets him up to outsmart him.
Lobs it up for Jordan. Trailblazers trail by 11. Now Lillard. It's Jones on the wing. Back to Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Once Lillard hits the ground running, he's ready to throw it down. The D has got to step in front of him to prevent that.
Here is Harden. Outside Durant. 5 on the clock. And KD throws it down.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Nets.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Kevin Durant.
No fatigue in this fella tonight. Tireless. Grinding out every possession and leading their offense.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7.
What you love about Lillard is his drive. He wants to keep improving. He's a super competitive player.
36 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Jordan dishes to Irving. Pass to Harden. 6 to shoot. Left side, Jordan. And there's KD. That's good on the assist by Jordan. And the Nets lead by 8.
As lanky as he is, you would think it'd be easy to throw Durant around or off balance, but nope. Even with contact, he'll still finish.
And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's foul number 2 for him. 12 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Now here's Johnson. So it's the Nets picking up the win. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks, for great. The Brooklyn Nets coming into the building and looking sharp, and they hope.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Irving. Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Harden, and it's Harris in at the 3 spot. And for the Clippers, we've got Patrick Beverley. He's out there with Kawhi Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. And it's Oturu in at the 4 slot. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
And so the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Knocked loose. Out of bounds. Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Clock at 6. And Beverly kicks to Leonard. And it's off from 3-point range. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. A second chance effort. And Harris lays it up and in.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Oturu, the pass to Beverly. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Here's Oturu. Defended by Durant. That one goes in.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And so it's Brooklyn with it after the Clippers pick up 2. Off with the layup.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Now here's Beverly. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverley trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Harden against Beverly. Lobs it up for Jordan. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, determined that time to get to the rim, anticipating the pass, and a rim rocker.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Bounce pass from Beverly. Zubac in the post. He's against Jordan. No good from Zubac.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss. Man, he's got that touch working tonight, shooting the ball very well to start this one.
Beverly dishes to Morris. Beverly with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. Leonard, no luck. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his first foul. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And the Nets making a change here as well. Green's checked in. Durant deciding where to go with it. There's 1:47 left here in the first quarter. Shot clock at 6. Harden kicks to KD. Fires the 3. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Nets leading by 5. Here's Green. The pass to Harris. Outside Irving. Lobbed up there for Green.
And Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Paul George is checked in for the Clippers. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Joe Harris. Blake Griffin comes in for Kevin Durant. Brown is checked in for Irving. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. Griffin finds Brown. It's Brown on the wing. Pass to Claxton. And stolen by Cousins. And George, here we go. And George with the stuff.
George in there just gliding through and makes a nice move on the drive.
Now, here's Shamet. Started closely. Brooklyn shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
First one falls for him. Jackson, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. And so he makes both from the line.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Now, here's George. Buries the long-range jumper. George has got 5.
Well, Paul George starting to feel real comfortable right now at the three-point line.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Now, here's Shamet. Guarded by Jackson. Pass to Brown. Now, Shamet. Claxton the pass to Shamet. The shot off that time. Nice D from Cousins. 1 second left. And that does it for the first quarter. Nets lead by 4. And we'll be back right after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Clippers. They've got Batum. Kennard is out there with Jackson. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's man in at the 3 slot. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, we've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time. Guys, they're hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 6. Brooklyn with the ball. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Now the Clippers moving it up. Kennard's shot is off. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Irving. And it comes off the front of the rim. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That is his first foul of the game. Landry Shamet's checked in for Kyrie Irving. Jackson finds Cousins. Leonard on the wing. Pass to Otulu, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Well, a lot of times we talk about good passing, but accurate passing is a huge quality of a good pass, and Leonard did it there.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Here's Griffin after the Clippers pick up 2. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the pass to Claxton. Shoots over Leonard. The shot by KD. No good. Clippers trail by 4. Leonard dishes to Cousins. Misses from short range. The Nets shooting 43% from the field. Leonard with the steal. And here we go. Cousins heading to the hoop. Shot's good by Kennard.
Yeah, in this offense and in this structure, there's going to be opportunities to get a lot more assists for Cousins.
Durant kicks to Shamet. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Outside Griffin. Brown the pass to Claxton. Shamet with it. Cousins pulls it in. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Morris is checked in. Now here's Cousins. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Now the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. Here's Shamet following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. Shamet the pass to Brown. Here's Claxton. He's guarded by Cousins. Durant against Morris. Durant, no good.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off. All right, a little creativity there from Cousins. Phenomenal at rising up there and catching that hoop.
Timeout called, the Nets. And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Harris comes in for Blake Griffin. Irving's checked in for Bruce Brown. And James Harden has subbed in for Landry Shamet. Now, here is Harden. No points in the game yet for him. And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. Paul George is checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Jordan controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And Beverly kicks to George. Three-pointer. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's KD. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Kind of tough to be a big wing in the LeBron James era. You're constantly compared to what it is he does, but Durant has risen to that challenge and uniquely qualified to be an elite player.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
And a close game so far.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to Brooklyn. Found themselves in a close game in the first. Their biggest advantage of the period was 7.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Yeah, there is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, I don't know if you have enough game plans to slow him down. How do you guard a guy that good?
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Durant is out there with Harris. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Harden. And it's Jordan in at the center. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. Clippers trail by 3. George looking over the floor. The offensive rebound. Morris passes to Oturu. Nobody near George. It's good from long range. George has got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Clippers. Beverly against Harden. Here's Jordan. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Jordan's got 6.
Yeah, you could pretty much say that DeAndre Jordan's going to get a lot of his points right there, trolling around the rim.
Right side George. Shot on the wing. And it's off the back rim. No good.
I saw a green light there. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight. And I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Green, he's checked in for Durant. Now, here's George. He's got 8. Morris kicks to George. Los Angeles with another miss.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
It's stolen by Morris. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. It's deflected. George against Harden. Outside, George takes a 3. Here's Oturu. Morris passes to George. Keeps it alive. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Oturu's got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. And the Nets making a change here. Durant's checked in. And it's good for 2.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Los Angeles has gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Rondo passes to Zubac. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Canard. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. The Nets with the lead. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Durant finds Harris. Back to Durant. And it's good off the back rim and in. Durant's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, for a tall guy, Durant has such dexterity and rhythm on the catch and shoot. It's just interesting to watch.
George from deep three-point land sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Well, he just nailed his second 3 of the half, guys. I'd be very aware of that if I were the defense right now.
1:33 left in the third. KD against Patterson. The putback and staying with the play. Irving. Irving's got 9.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
George double teamed to the inside, and Beverly kicks to George. Lets it go with a 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Not fair of a coach to send out one defender against Kevin Durant, skilled at fighting through whatever challenges the D wants to throw at him.
Now here's Beverly. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And the wide open shot from Morris. No good on the three.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Jordan. Count that one. Now it's a 7-point Nets lead.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. The finish, and Harden with the stuff.
Great to see Kyrie Irving getting after it on the defensive end, showing how quick those hands could be, not with the ball handling, but knocking the ball away.
Hits it from three-point range. He's got 14.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Harden surveying the D. Lobbed up there for KD.
It's basically pick your poison with Kevin Durant, especially in the screen and roll, an effective passer, and of course, a deadly shooter.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for Brooklyn. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We come back right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Patrick Patterson is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the point. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Timeout called the Nets. Changes for Brooklyn. Harden comes in for Bruce Brown. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Landry Shamet. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
Jackson dishes to George. This one for three, and another three for the Clippers.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks Chelsea.
George against Harden. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And that's the high motor, the long strides we're always talking about with Leonard, killing it in transition.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Jackson against Irving. Irving double team. He kicks it to Green. Passes it to Claxton. And the rejection by Cousins.
Well, offensively, you better respect the reach of DeMarcus Cousins. Terrific at getting a hand on that one and swatting it away.
And now we've got the intentional foul. Here's Leonard. He dishes it to George. To take the lead. Griffin grabs the board. And so Griffin will bring it up for the Nets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Claxton. Irving looking over the floor. Lock at 6. But Trey. He's off on that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And a deep three from George. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The Nets have gone 104 since the end of the third quarter. The pull-up, jump shot is good.
Well, that's 3 of their last 5 baskets in transition.
Outside Jackson, pass to Leonard. Now George, guarded by Harden. Puts up a 3, and Paul George, good for the 3. George has got 18 points now here in the second half.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
The pass to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Here's George. Feeds to Jackson. Back to George. To tie it up. George missing again.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Harden the pass to Griffin. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. And Harris subbed in for Blake Griffin. And it's Green with the jam.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're down by 5. 1:21 left here in the fourth quarter. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
And tell you what, he's worked very hard to get himself in good position throughout the course of this game. And that comes across in his shooting percentage. He's hit over half his shots from the field. And that's not because he got hot as much as it's because of the effort he put in to get himself open.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're up by 5. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter. The Nets making a switch here. Durant's checked in. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. George against Irving. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from George.
Well, your best players want to take on the burden come clutch time, and Paul George carrying the weight right now.
Now, here is Harden. There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Durant with a wide open look. Good!
Oh, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Here's George. Deep. The putback. It counts. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And who do you call when you need a big bucket for this team more and more? It's Kawhi.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game.
And it's the Clippers' ball.
No time to waste on this possession.
Time is not on their side right now. They're aware.
It's Durant on the wing. Launches a 3. And again, it's the Nets missing. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. George has got the ball. Jacks up a 3. Got it. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the 3-point line in a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
You know, it tells you something about Harden that he's led the league in free throw attempts so many times. This man is always in attack mode.
And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 3. Just 2 seconds left to play here in the fourth. George from deep three-point land. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining.